It works, it works, it works.
My goodness.
Little sluts, do you know it?
Little sluts.
She's a slut and she knows it. She wants to root all the boys on a Saturday night.
My God. You're really into that.
My God. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Not Well. I'm Bobby.
I'm Bobby.
I know, I'm feeling really weird.
I'm Jim.
I think my edible's kicking a little earlier than I thought.
Okay, that's what I was like. Are you just got the jitters?
I got the weed shake.
I'm Bobby. You're a goat from Severance.
I'm a goat from Severance, which I've been watching.
What are
really
the goats? What's up with that? What's up with this? Is just season 1 spoilers only because that's all he's seen.
Yeah, so I've only seen season 1, but you've seen season 2, so now you know what season 1's all about. I feel like
not
that's
even
part
all of it, but most of it. Yeah.
That's part of the cult of it. It's like the devil
Getting a little more information.
Yeah, like I feel like it has something to do with the devil.
Oh. Well, yeah, okay. Killing the goats, something like
goat heads and all the shit.
The religious
guy dancing,
cult.
And the guy,
what is that dance about at the end?
I
just saw your lip go.
Maybe I'm just shaking because of my blood sugar. I don't know.
Do we need a snack?
No. Eating? Gross.
It's like gross. Zepbound prevents.
Sick.
Well, you're not on Zepbound
I'm about to be. I think I'm going to buy it just direct. It's cheaper
From
now.
Whom?
From Wegovy or whatever. Or
Novo Nordisk? No, it's the other one.
Or Lily. Or, no, it's one of those fucking places has
one of the drug company. Yeah, because I saw Novo Nordisk was lowering it's like $4.99 or something.
Yeah, that's what the others.
And for Wegovy. But I don't know what Zepbound's price is.
Zepbound's the same price.
Okay.
So now they're getting into a price where, so hopefully that'll drive it down.
Yeah, you got to get Zepbound.
But I guess like my mom was saying that somebody said that it's still okay with the, because they told me it drive it I
think they, semaglutide is what got the drug shortage. The FDA said there's no longer a shortage. So maybe for that drug.
Zepbound.
Yeah, maybe that one they were like, there's still a shortage.
I love Jiva. It has been a great run, but
it's too expensive.
It actually showed me that it's too expensive, and
it's a joke. It's like, why are you paying more?
Longevity-wise, like, are you there for me right now? No. And now I'm floundering, trying to find my next
You want him fat again. Mm-hmm. You're part of the problem.
Not part of the solution. And that's the problem. I literally have one thing written down for this week.
Oh, I was like that until like 2 days ago, and suddenly now I have like 5 or 6.
Susan. Oh, I got an email from Google Voice that said, if this doesn't get used soon, they're going to deactivate it. Yep.
What's Google Voice?
That's where we get our voicemails from.
Oh, so no one's calling.
No one's calling.
Oh, that's sad. I'll call it.
It's fine. We don't need it. We don't need it. If you don't need it, we don't need it.
614-721-5336.
Tell us why we need it.
Tell us why we need it. Yeah. Well,
and we
won't get a call.
No, they won't.
And we'll get the email though in 2 days. It's expired.
Sorry. And let me tell you something.
Okay, tell us.
This is a shout out to, and I know we keep talking about it, and guess what? Buckle up, bitch, because this is all I'm going to talk about until we go. But I got on a Reddit and wrote into the Irish people.
Yeah, we got to mention.
And listen, first of all, they love us.
The straight guys are nice.
Nice.
They're like, I'm straight, but I'll show you around. I live on a farm. I'm like, that's so cool.
No,
I want to see that now. I want to go pet an animal.
Okay, so I really want to go to those people, those guys' farm.
That's why I want to see it.
It's so hard that we have we've got to figure it out. We got to really pick what we really like. True.
We have time. We have like 2 full days in Dublin. We can just quickly go around the city on like Friday afternoon and see city spots. Saturday, drive out somewhere if we want, or do more city stuff, then Sunday drive out to a farm. That could be we don't have to spend, because we come back to Dublin, so we have another Dublin day.
No,
on
I know,
Thursday
but
before
Dublin
we leave.
For me, like Saturday night's the night to be.
You mean to go out?
No.
Or what are you worried about?
It's really far away. All this stuff, like it's actually
an hour, 2 hour.
It's bigger than you think. I feel like.
I don't know.
Maybe it's not.
It's like 2 hours to Galway, 2.5, 2:45, and then so all this stuff around Dublin is within 2 hour drive.
Yeah, I don't know. It'd be like, do you want to go to Cleveland and go look at something and come back?
Like a farm? Yeah, I would do that.
I mean, I would do it, but
on a trip in Ireland where I've never been, I'd love to see new things and see a farm. And what if it's a hot guy?
I think it'd be cool if we
wants to get milked in the barn.
Oh, well.
Maybe he has a friend.
I love milking.
Right, same. That's all I want to do.
That's all I want to do. Is I want to stay clothed. I don't want to touch. I'll do you.
CFNM.
We just talked about
CFNM.
This. I just talked about this.
Why did I love that growing up? That was like one of the first things
I just used that about 15 minutes ago when I was
CFNM.
I was the clothed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just like, get it done.
Yep. And he was like, go slower. I'm like,
no.
I'm like, Jim's on his way. I'm like,
Yeah,
so,
that's the best way. That's the best
and I got a
excuse.
shower. So I'm like, so you need to.
Yeah, I was like, we only have 15 minutes.
I know.
The food's on the way.
I know.
It was like Uber Eats. I was like, I don't want it to get cold on the
Why do I have to, like, why don't you
Why do I have to drag it out?
I know. It's like, why are we dragging this out? And
If you want it, you want it.
But it was kind of fun being the clothed male, too.
So you are the CM and
So
he's the NM.
clothed male, naked male is what it stands for, right?
Yep.
Clothed men, naked men, whatever.
Clothed female naked men. It was CFNM was the original, and then
Okay,
they
now
started doing
the
it.
MM.
Yeah.
LMNOPs, the LGBTQs.
I'm like, why do you care so much about the letters?
I don't. I really don't. But I think there's something about
You just like that. You like being ready
it's
to
a control.
go. You need to be able
First
to.
of all,
yes.
I can control when I'm clothed, and when I'm unclothed,
Also, you
I
can
have
hide.
no control.
Also, you can hide your body.
And not even that. It's like I don't even worry about my body actually at all. I really don't care.
Tell the fucking truth.
I am.
No, I know.
I am. I don't.
MMLOP.
Oh, I am. I am.
Yeah.
I am. Sam, I am.
I think you forgot what we were talking about.
I know I did. Kinda. Oh, no.
No, it's you are your body. You're not worried about it. You're fine with your body. Yeah.
If you don't like it, I don't care.
Okay. Right.
I'm in a weird. I'm telling you.
You're in a moment. She is the moment.
Still in a moment. And we had time change. So now I'm hoping that this springs me out into a new life. But
I don't think it works like that.
it needs to. Like you get your depression in fall.
Yeah.
I get mine January, February into March. And then March comes around and then I'm like, I'm ready to be a hoe.
Well, this is going to be the week then. You're definitely switching. Did you see the weather?
I know.
It's literally
supposed to be
like
like 70 on like Wednesday or something. It's like,
the whole week, I think, is around 60 or above as the high. And it's sunny.
I work 10-hour days. I can't wait to enjoy it with my
They're like, you get another hour of daylight. It's like, it doesn't matter. I'm at work.
Great. I still have that hour still needs to be done. It's like I can't even keep up. We work too much. We got to start an initiative to get rid of working so much. We need to only work.
I like that 4-day work week.
6-hour days, 4 days a week.
I think 6 hours is
lunch.
plenty of time.
I don't need a lunch.
Yeah, I don't need a lunch.
You can choose your hours too. If
Most
you
people don't need a
either
lunch.
be noon to 6 or 7 to noon or noon to 5. Those are the hours. No lunch. And I know that doesn't add up to 6 hours, but
in my head, I was trying to do the math. I'm like,
No,
noon to
it
5 is
doesn't.
5 hours.
so fuck it, 5-hour days. Okay. And that way you have somebody there at all
Productivity
times.
is decreasing rapidly.
No, I'm more productive when
No, you
I
are.
don't have time.
Yeah.
Like I'm more productive when you're like, hey, like if you say, oh, you have all day to do this, I'll go, okay.
It's so true. It's like you have to pack for the trip coming up.
Oh,
Like,
God.
I don't know what I need. I can't do it. Then when I have like 15 minutes until
All
we
of a
leave,
sudden, I
I'm
can
like,
find
I
things
need
and-
this.
yep.
I need a pair of that. I need that. When we went to Florida that time where I had to literally pack while they were already boarding the plane because they were like now boarding and then I hadn't packed. So I had to pack. I didn't forget anything. When we got down there, I was like, oh, wow, I could just do it.
You can, like, and that's the thing. Like, that's how I operate in life, though. I'm always last minute. I can't.
You only need a 5-hour workday.
Right. Yeah. I could have it all fucking done. But if it's worried because somebody's not going to be there when somebody else might. Okay, well then split up the shifts. It's so dumb. We're so overworked, underpaid, and we're just a cog in the system, which my book is getting way worse. My people's history of it.
Oh, yeah. Which part now?
Well, now I'm on women. We were talking about black people and how shitty they were treated and lied to. And then we were talking about women, how women's role, like they basically brainwash women to believing religion, like the Bible, what the Bible says is what they really need to be.
Yeah.
So they cram that down their throats. So basically women were just there their parents would like almost not marry them out, but like would push. They were taught that the minute that they see a man, the first guy they see, they need to hook onto. They do. Am I making sense?
I can't tell. I lost track, so then I was like, "Oops."
Basically, their parents tell them like when you leave them, they train these girls.
Let me tell you what I got stuck on, and then it might help with what you're saying. Basically, when you're like, teach them what the Bible says about how a woman should be. These dumb motherfuckers right now don't actually know biblical history.
No.
Because there were so many books in the Bible, and then men chose which ones were going to stay. like every 300 years there would be a council of the bishops, a council of here.
And we say men, we
and
mean
they
actual
took
males.
Actual males were picking which books to take out. We don't like this one anymore. Actually, let's change the doctrine of the church by taking out that book and then putting in this book we just found.
Why do you think the church was so big? With like,
that's why there's so many books in the Bible. The books were just chosen over time.
King James version.
So there were probably women that were prominent church leaders back then that we don't know about.
Literally think about
women probably in the biblical times did not live how your 1832 husband is telling you to live, because we shaped what books were in the Bible. We don't actually know everything. And there are some books that are out, like Apocrypha, that you can read and see like insight into like, oh, okay, so it wasn't how we think it was.
Like we actually really
from
care.
the Bible.
Right. Like we can like read these stories like
the current Bible, because there were so many versions of the Bible throughout history.
So basically what I want to say with that is it's all a lie.
Yeah. Yes. That's actually where I've arrived over the past, since the genocide started. That's, as you've seen, I'm just like, I'm done.
I had a conversation.
Like last night, Virginia said something about how, Trump's treating trans people. And like, if you voted for him and you didn't vote for...
Get the fuck out.
I think it was like, if you didn't vote for Kamala, get out or something like that. And it's like, well, Kamala, when she was in charge of the Attorney General in California, put trans women in men's prisons. So
it's like, it's very...
The parties are not that... You guys act like there's such a stark difference. America is a lie. America as a whole, both parties are supporting the same thing. They're getting paid by the same people. So it's just like, it's America. It's imperialism. That's the problem.
How dumb are we that we literally listen to billionaires tell us how to live our lives? And like first of all, they're out of touch. But you think that a billionaire just wants to do this just because they want to help people?
Right.
No. They're there to make more fucking money. They're there to get generational wealth so that their kids don't. This is how the whole fucking...
They're trying to shut down all these agencies and fire a bunch of people so it stops working, so they can then say, we need to privatize this. This government running it, it's not efficient. It's not doing well. You know what? My company can do it better. And then we pay profit to them to do a government service that was running fine or could be better, but would be a lot more efficient and cheaper for all of us if the government ran it.
And then,
but we're going to give them money so that they can make profit.
Yeah. So then the 100 people who are in the conglomerate of the Trump, whatever it is, they're all going to get paid.
Yeah.
And we're not. And you're still going to be poor. And that's the other thing the book said.
You're not.
They literally set it up so that people in the middle class had just enough to not riot.
Right.
But just little to not be rich. So basically, and then so it'll keep you working because you have a car.
Right.
Oh, you have a car.
But you do have bills due.
Right. Oh, but
you better.
Oh, you have this house. You still have a house. You have a roof over your head.
But you're paying it for 30 years and you pay every... When I look at my mortgage payment, I'm like, how is my interest payment this much higher than... It's like... Than what I'm principal. Like, you're barely paying down your loan.
It's all bullshit.
That's by design. It doesn't have to be that way.
It's
the government could just guarantee mortgages and say it's going to be 3% guaranteed all the time. Because right now it's 6%. Like they could guarantee a low rate.
I mean, they could.
They could. We could decide that.
There's so much money floating around just to things that are not. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you think that they
But
could,
you think...
I just had a thought.
The point is, America is... People are disillusioned. People have lost track.
Do you think the government could pay for housing?
Yes.
That's what I was wondering. Like, like, why do we...
Like in Vienna, Austria...
Why don't we just work and then we get everything we want?
You can.
When I say that, I mean...
Yeah.
But then I asked this question.
Okay.
And I was talking to my mom about this. Do you remember, as a Catholic, did you ever say, like, this is the fast that pleases me, to release those bound unjustly, to share your bread with the hungry and clothe the naked?
That feels like Dungeons and Dragons.
Not turning your back on his own kind, but if you do away with the clenched fist, the wicked word.
No, I'd never heard that, and
if you feed the bread to the hungry and you clothe those that are naked, your light will shine. Blah, blah, blah. It was some prayer we said, okay?
I kind of like that you remember that much of it,
because it pisses me the fuck off. First of all, because I used to...
Girl.
When they say naked, I used to like chuckle. I'd be like, naked.
You would.
So that's how I really remember.
You were that little Catholic brat.
But I think about it, and I think about what it's saying, and then how we're
acting now. Yeah.
So my question for you is this, and this is honest, truthful fucking question, and I'll tell you my answer as well. My question is, if you saw somebody who was homeless outside, would you let them come inside, shower, hang out, feed them? to your home?
I would.
No, you wouldn't.
But no, I don't think I would get to the point of offering that.
Well,
like if they asked me, I'd be like, yeah, we could do that.
So,
but I like walk by homeless people all the time.
So my thing is,
so I'm not like, hey, do you want to come take it? I don't ask them.
Right. But so what if they were like, what if somebody showed up to your door and was like, I'm really hungry and I really need a shower?
Yeah.
My mind goes to seeing
you're getting robbed.
Yeah, I'm getting robbed. This is going to be.
Whereas I've experienced this because Matt has random friends that I've never met or heard of before because he doesn't talk about them that often or ever. And then they come spend the night. And I'm like, who is this person who's in my house spending the night? And it's just like some random person that Matt met like hasn't seen in like years.
Matt,
you see what I'm saying?
You're randos.
So this is why I'm like, I guess I would let a homeless person in because I'm like,
it's more like off the cuff. I was thinking like, I don't know, like when I see homeless people, I'm like, leave me alone.
Right.
To be honest, like,
yeah, you do say that when we're out, and I'm like, yes.
Guess who I learned that from?
Your dad.
I learned it from being. Yeah.
Whereas my parents were like, if we had something,
I give it to them.
Or like food, if we had food on the way home, leftovers or something.
When you're in Atlanta, though, I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah.
They were everywhere at one point, to the point where like you'd walk to the Braves game, say, and they would just be back. Like,
well, there were parts, remember LA, parts of LA. You
can't give everybody money.
In Portland, too.
Yeah. So it's not that we didn't want to give money. It's that we couldn't because then the next person would be like 2 feet away being like, hey, do you have, it's like, oh my God. Like,
yeah.
You almost get bum rushed. Oh my God. Is that where bum rush comes from?
Because they're all running.
Oh my God, I think we unlocked something. Bum rushing.
Also, it could be like when you're all running at an ass to fuck.
Okay, bum rushing. Let's just leave it as it is.
Let me just get into this. Okay. Because you're really trying to go off the cuff here.
I'm not. I'm just
we have structure.
Oh,
okay, we have to structurize it.
All of a sudden we have structure.
We have to because we're not sitting upright.
I'm not actually a fan.
I know you're not. Well, this kind of goes with we say this all the time, but I'm at an age where you look in the mirror thinking you look fairly good that day. Then you see an ear hair.
I hate ear. Like, first of all,
it's so gross.
I feel so disgusting.
I know. Every time I see something, I'm like, is that a hair? Like, what is that?
First of all,
it's so sick.
It is so
it's coming out of like a hole. Yeah. It's like, no, where is it? Why? I know.
Why is this starting now? And now I have another thing that I have to maintenance.
I know, right? Which I can't even keep up with the basics some days.
Oh, same.
Last week I was like, wait, it's been 5 days since I've shaved my head and like trimmed under here. Like,
I'm not gonna lie,
like 5 days.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
I just don't. I just.
Hello,
I'm like,
I
want a 3-minute shower. Like I want to get in, soap, and get out.
I know, and even that's like, ugh.
But what?
I kind of had a thought about that too in the mirror thing. So I was looking in the mirror today, and I looked at myself, and I go, "You're getting old."
Yeah.
And I'm not joking, bitch. Like
I
no.
You're like,
it kind of freaked me out for a second. I go, oh wait,
you're just getting old.
Like wait. And I was also noticing something else.
My cheeks are going down. Like I don't have that plumpness anymore. I don't have like the when I smile, it's like
everything's going down.
Skeleton-y more. Like this part, I look and I'm like, this used to be like here, and it would be like this,
rosy cheeks, like cute, bubbly. Now we're just this.
Doesn't this look younger a little? Yeah. I think
it's the whole because
it's just everything sags. So we need to get a little filler here is what we're gonna do.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
Like let's take care of this.
I'm scared of filler because I'm scared I won't be able to move my face and then I'll be panicked. And you know me when I get high too. I'd be like.
No, you'd probably not twitch.
You know, sometimes I have to like literally make sure my legs are still there when I'm super high. I'll be like, I'm not joking. Yes, I'll like pinch myself like, oh my God.
You have a leg problem though, because you're always like, I can't move my Michael, I can't move my legs.
It's something with my legs. I think they're just
you're like, I can't walk right now.
Yeah, I can't do it.
And then you'll like start getting off the couch, and they're like,
yeah.
I'm like, holy
maybe
shit.
I was really like Forrest Gump. Maybe I needed braces when I was growing up.
Do you know my dad wore them for like a year, and when we found out, we were all like shocked. I think we were at dinner. I think we were at like a rib place.
So your father
and my father goes, oh, I had those. And we were like,
so your father's
my mom didn't even know. My mom, I remember being like, I'm like 13. And my mom even was like, Bob, what?
I married a cripple?
Like, I would not have liked you. No.
Oh my God.
But he was young. He said he was like 3 or 4 when he had to wear them. It was, I mean, how cute would that have been?
It would have been cute.
And then he found
just like the kids with the helmets.
Right.
So cute. It's so cute that your kid's head is so oblong. It's very cute.
Whoa, girl. Whoa.
I'm not going to lie. When
Helmet heads.
My first... If you were a helmet head baby, let us know.
614-72
5336 721.
Yeah, thank you. I forgot.
I literally helmet head baby.
I think that it became popular
That's
after
a
us.
thing for me.
but-
I'm like, in my day, we just let them have weird shaped heads.
I mean, you know what?
Is
Honestly,
that that's what
as
it's for,
something
right?
vain-
It's to
yeah.
reshape the skull, which
'Cause
also,
it's-
by the way, is so creepy.
Well, it's creepy.
It's
but
creepy that you can move the bones of a baby like that.
Oh,
You're
it's
like,
weird.
let's just shape them this way.
What's just soft spot? I'm like, what's
oh,
a soft
I know,
spot?
It's like an open area where the bones haven't come together.
And
So
you
it's
could-
like that's the brain. Like there's just a few layers.
I just
there.
really don't like that.
It's really gross.
I don't really like that.
I know. I don't. Babies in general, kids, just kids. I can't do kids.
We you know how we feel.
It's gross.
Sick.
Okay, now there was this thing at this State of the Union, which is like,
Oh God,
What?
Lord help us with that.
what is this? Oh, okay.
Oh,
I thought it wasn't a text message. It was a screenshot of a text message.
I hate that.
And I was like typing.
You're, like, trying to scroll,
I'm like,
like-
what's happening?
yeah. Yeah.
I have to get a screenshot, but I said trans volleyball player State of the Union.
The one that got hurt by a trans person or whatever.
I think so. That's what it says.
Like girl,
Trump today. I said Trump. This is a caption of the photo of the person. Trump tonight spoke about former volleyball player Peyton McNabb,
definitely former.
a high school athlete who was injured by a volleyball spike from a trans woman on the opposing team.
McNabb was an all-star high school athlete, one of the best, preparing for a future in college sports. But when her girls' volleyball match was invaded by a male, he smashed the ball so hard in Peyton's face, causing traumatic brain injury, partially paralyzing her right side and ending her athletic career. It was a shot like she's never seen before. She's never seen anything like it. Peyton is here tonight in the gallery, and Peyton, from now on, schools will kick the men off the girls' team or they will lose all federal funding.
It's just like, that's your thing. That's why you're there, because you were injured in a volleyball game.
We used to play
it's
co-ed sports.
I know.
Like we used to play co-ed volleyball.
There's still
There's-
sand co-ed volleyball leagues. And when I see these men spiking and there's women in the back row digging, this is not possible. This bitch has to have like osteoporosis or something. Her bones are
is
weak.
Not right.
Yeah, like you're not breaking your arm from a spike
Also, I'm just gonna say
because it was a man, a biological
I could
male.
actually see
like,
her. She was a little thicker now, and I don't know if she's not an athlete anymore. But as an ex-thick fat,
Yeah.
if you fall, those that fall down heavier,
They fall
hurt
hard.
heavier. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was like the weirdest way of me saying that. That was
Those
like,
who fall down heavier.
yeah, like okay. But anyway, the bigger you are, the harder you fall. And
I was like, there's a
based on
saying
the
for
volleyball,
this.
based on her
the
picture, like, can you
I know.
imagine?
She's like,
can
"Oh!"
you fucking
and
imagine?
then her elbow, yeah, it's gonna break.
You're the girl.
Yeah.
You're the volleyball girl for the rest of your life now, bitch.
Yeah, I know. That's
like, can you
that's
imagine?
caption. It's just like this person was injured by a trans woman in a volleyball
like,
match.
and you
it's like,
stood
oh,
up
that's
at like
you.
a fake State of the
You're
Union.
like-
It wasn't even the State of the Union, was it?
No.
It was like he called
Right.
a conference in Congress
Right.
and like. Oh, and also if you wave a cane, though, you're going to hell. But
Right.
don't worry if you're in a little white fucking pea coat in the back screaming fucking fraud and shit.
Right,
You're fine.
exactly.
Got it.
It's
Got it. You know that's all that is the public shame.
Yeah.
And do you know that's what, again, in my book, a lot of stuff is public shaming.
Yeah.
It's no wonder we're so fucking traumatized about life and how the reason why some of our parents are the way they are and their parents were the way they are.
Yeah.
Because we were taught, like, you will be embarrassed if, like, almost like it's not even jail scaring us. It's more like, oh my God, the public will know. And it's really weird. It's creepy to me. It
We're
creeps me out.
public shaming.
Public shaming.
Tell me about
Let's
that.
bring it back.
What was weird about
Like-
public shaming though?
Because, like, they would do stuff where today they would just go to jail or something.
Do stuff like what?
I don't know. Like the girl with the A on her fucking Esther. The Scarlet Letter. The Scarlet Letter.
Yeah, Nathaniel Hawthorne.
So if you're a hoe, you have to wear
Yeah.
a fucking
oh, like you're marked, yeah, because
but
you're
like,
the hoe.
Because that would embarrass you in today's
Right.
world. I'd be like,
You want to be a slut.
where the fuck you at?
Oh, oh, girl, you
But do
are.
you know what I'm saying?
You are on a ride, honey. Yes, I have to move on.
Everything I keep saying, I feel like is really good, and then you keep cutting me off. Then it makes me feel like you're shaming me. You're public shaming me as we fucking speak.
Well, I'm just like, how did public shame come into this
It doesn't
conversation?
matter. It doesn't matter. because that dumb bitch.
You're the fucking brat. Are you bumping that?
The dumb volleyball girl was like, I mean, when you're in your 50s, your grandkids are going to know you were the volleyball girl.
Mommy went to an important speech, grandkids.
When your trans granddaughter comes up to you.
Oh, my God.
Girl, bye.
I'm going to break your arm again, Grandma.
Guess what? She didn't do enough. Break that arm, bitch. We're going to get you some pins put in that elbow.
Oh, well.
I do like your nails for.
I was going to say, this is Amsterdam. Do you see the shiny metal?
It's like very, like medieval meets like dark warehouse. Oh.
You feel those bumps?
Yeah, bumping that.
Those are little clay balls.
Okay. How long do these take? Like, I don't know how this person does
2 hours.
You probably pay a shit ton.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, there's no way you're doing 2 hours of work and getting like a standard.
I think, yeah. It's
like at least 200.
No. Oh, no, that's way cheap. It's like, with tip, it's like 120.
Okay, but still.
Yeah.
Well, Austin is his name?
What's that?
Is his name Austin? Their name?
Yeah.
Austin, you need to up your prices, babe.
Oh no, I told him that.
We'll
literally like
we'll
a year ago he finally did. I told him, I was like, Austin, the fact that this level 3, this used to be like plus $10 or something.
Right,
it was like so insane. I was like, this should be more than $10 more.
You have an art?
Yeah, I'm like, this takes people can't do these shapes and free lines like a lot of artists.
It's crazy the amount of times your nails have changed, and every time we go somewhere, oh my God, I love your nails, and it's a conversation. So Austin, we'll sponsor your stuff, we'll get your information out there, but the people that go, they can get a discount. But other than that, you need to up your prices, okay? Jim gets to keep his price.
Well, and he's leaving. He's moving.
Hi, gay.
They're making the Great Migration to Chicago. Because they're still like in their 20s, I said. Yeah, I told him. Yeah, I was like, I was like, yeah, I was like, well,
have fun there. Well, actually, he'll probably make a fucking killing there if he gets out like a salon.
Right. Oh yeah, there's so many more people, so many more hoes,
so many more sluts to do. So what are you gonna do about yourself? When does he move?
I cried. No, I'm kidding.
When does he move?
When did he move? I think end of May.
So you're gonna at least be able to get Ireland in.
Oh yeah. We're getting it in.
I feel like you need like a Celtic cross or something.
Wow, that felt really weird.
Next subject, because obviously he's moving. So no, we're not going to bump you. Well, we have Chicago listeners, so whatever.
Yeah, we do. Ohio realtor fired after leaving hateful message instead of tip.
Girl. As bad as the volleyball girl.
That, and she here's the funniest thing. Well, yeah, first of all, she looks like she'd do that. Second of all, the guy was an American citizen, and she's like, "I hope you get deported." It's like, do your research.
Not just hope
do
you
your research.
Trump deports you.
Yeah, like Trump deports you. Like, do your research.
First of all, that wasn't your first time at a Mexican restaurant either, honey. I guarantee you go to all these places and get margaritas
you get the
every other week.
Basket of chips, don't you?
You're a realtor.
Yeah,
you're gonna be like, meet at the Mexican restaurant. We'll have a margarita, and then you try to drink people into buying a house.
Is that the trickery?
Yeah, you just get drunk with people, and they're like, cool.
Well, also, she crossed her name out on the receipt to try to hide her name, and it's like, bitch, you swiped your card. Like, they have your name.
Do you know why the name was shown, though? Did you see? The copy behind it.
Yeah, I thought it was like yeah, I saw a picture of it. Yeah, it's like
she takes a picture of it, not realizing that she didn't scratch out the fucking thing behind her, and that's what caused her demise.
I know.
Do I want to see people fail and fall? No. Do I want to see people like this? Yes.
Right. It's like, yeah.
She's fired. But did you hear?
They need a life lesson.
Did you hear there's a GoFundMe for her now to get her life back together?
Her life back to what?
First of all,
what? Your life ended?
Well,
there's so many other realty companies. You can also be an independent realtor.
Move to Florida. They like those kinds.
Oh, yeah, right.
Texas.
There's so many states. I'm surprised she's here.
I mean, Ohio is definitely on the...
Well, and it's
warning list.
It's Columbus. That's the thing.
Columbus. Yeah, like
so here that's shocking, but in rural Ohio, maybe not. Rural.
Why don't you go back to Mexico?
Yeah, it's like what?
First of all, he could have had a ton of money and want to buy a house.
First of all, he's from Guatemala.
Not good business. Not good business. They all come through Mexico.
Yeah. That was a good defense.
I just hate everybody.
They would say that. They all come from Mexico.
It don't matter where the country they're from. They're from fucking... They always try to say the Afghanis are here or something from... I'm like, okay.
The Afghanis.
Girl, do you know how much meth is made in the basement of your fucking friend's house?
Yeah, the fentanyl.
But you're
Did
still
you
worried
see
about
that
fentanyl?
reporter asked the press secretary or whatever her name is? She was like, he's like, it's the size of a carry-on. It was 73 pounds of fentanyl came through Canada. That's less than 1% or something. Like,
but I guess
but that's why we have to have tariffs, because of that amount of fentanyl.
First
like,
of all,
what
he's doing to Canada is embarrassing. I'm embarrassed.
Well, yeah, and it's saving Justin Trudeau's party, because the Canadians were like going to vote him out, but now it's like neck and neck.
Oh, I thought he was already gone.
Well, he is going to step down, but his party, I think the Liberal Party, I think they are.
Yeah, I would guess, because you care about people.
Yeah. Well,
like on a
now
level,
they were about to get beat bad, but then with these tariffs and the pro-Canada message, and,
Canadians are not
we're not
around.
like the Americans. It's getting the vote more towards his party again.
I just feel so embarrassed. Like, it's like I don't want to be associated with. It's like
no,
we have to be associated with this, and it's embarrassing.
Yeah,
fully
it is. They're making fun of us.
Canada.
All right. So another thing. Oh yeah, this got me fired up.
Yeah.
So I'm reading. I saw a post on Instagram from a couple that was open,
and now they're not.
No, it's just that they were open and they like talked about it, and I think they like had a third person in one of the pictures and something like that.
Me and Billy Bob.
But it was like their boyfriend or something. It was just like a hookup, I think.
Okay, they take pictures of their hookups.
Sometimes.
Okay, sounds like an Instagram hoe. Okay.
Right. But then, of course, it led to these comments about of shaming open relationships.
I'm over that shit.
And I'm like, the things that I was reading, I was like, I realized it's the same category of people who just want LGB.
Right.
This people shaming any type of open relationship or having sex outside of your relationship. Those are the exact same people who are like, we got to get rid of the T in the Q. Like, I just realized that. I was like, they're in the same group. They're crazy.
Yeah, they're
really ridiculous. It's like, why are you trying to pretend like you need to be heterosexual from like the 1700s and like straight, like it's not that way anymore. You don't have to do that.
No.
And it's not to shame monogamy either. Like, you can have that. That's fine. That's great for you. If it works for you, that's fine. But why are you shaming a different way? Why? It doesn't affect you. In any way, it doesn't affect you. Shame. Yeah.
That's what this country's founded on, is shame.
They're ashamed of something.
Why is it shameful? Because they need people to get married in order to then keep the nuclear household so they can keep procreating people and blah, blah, blah. And that's why there's even tax breaks. But anyway.
Yes.
Yeah. I think it really annoys me too. And people are like, well, good luck if you're.
Oh, yeah. Good luck.
To be honest with you.
When we tell people, I'm like, I've been together since 2015.
Better.
And you're like,
it's so much better.
We have been together with our partners longer than most people ever.
Right. It's like
in
the people
our
that are in a relationship for like 6 months are like, oh my God, I would never
be open.
Right.
I could never be open. And I'm like, well.
And now that it's actually kind of sad.
It is sad when I see it, like the fear of it. It's fine if you don't want it, because I've also met people who are like, oh, I just don't need it. I don't really want to do it. And I'm like, okay, cool. And
you don't
they
have
really
to do
don't
it.
care.
Right.
And I'm like, that's great. But there's definitely people who want it.
Bad.
Yeah.
Bad.
And just are afraid to.
Well, and honestly, these are the same people, though, who are probably not able to find a partner because they're such a fucking shit show.
It's generally
so
that.
They want to make fun
their
of,
mess.
They're like,
their life's a mess. Yeah. Like already.
Half of them are single. So it's like, why are you even
when
speaking?
I hear these, I know.
First of all. Oh, okay.
That's the reason I'm single, because I got cheated on. I'm like, well, that's not what being open means.
Also,
you got cheated on. Okay.
Like, okay, welcome. I mean,
that doesn't mean like that wasn't a real open relationship.
No offense, but you're getting cheated on.
Well, and that's
way.
the other thing. You're getting cheated.
Everybody cheats. Sorry. In some way or another, everyone fucking cheats.
I would say the number of cheating in relationships is high.
I would love to know the real statistic.
But that's like, you also can grow from it. So it's like
a lot.
You can figure out, like, was that too much for me? I needed to leave that situation, or can we learn from it? Like, why did you cheat on me?
That?
Why would you do that? Oh, so you didn't feel that I was doing this for you. So, or like, there's
sometimes
also there's
it's
times,
just hot.
Also, sometimes, but it's sometimes worse than that, where you'd previously discussed something and then they break that one.
Yeah.
If they break a rule, not just an unspoken rule.
Sure.
Then it's like,
the rules.
This is serious, because you're just ignoring.
Then you're like, what rule?
You understood me, but then you disrespected. Where it's not just it was hot, but like you had bad intent in cheating.
Exactly, and in the difference.
Cheating. Yeah, and you can tell. Like revenge cheating or something like that.
Oh, that person was hot. Go ahead and blow. I'm like, I don't.
Something overtook you.
And that's okay, especially when you're on vacation. That's always the best time. Yes, I noticed that.
This is to our straight male listeners.
Yeah, but don't.
It's okay on vacation.
It's okay on vacation.
Like, where did that come from?
No, I'm just saying, like,
did something happen on vacation?
no, I'm saying in general.
Okay.
I think the rule of like, even when you're in an open relationship, I think that like traveling is a better situation for
you
it.
do like no, that's just your personal preference.
Okay,
no, but it's true.
But I think
I would agree.
It doesn't complicate it as much because you know that person's not
I'll
ever going to
say-
be in your life again. Because
I'll say I didn't think it was true, but now with experience over the past couple years of traveling, yes,
it's
true.
so much better to
It
just
is
like
so
meet
much.
somebody, then you can follow them and then dream about them for years and years and years. And one day,
That's literally what happens.
and that'll get you through.
Shout out to Brandon.
Shout out to a lot of people.
Shout out to a lot.
A lot of you. Not for me, but more for him. But you know what I mean.
I'm sure I'm getting blamed for something in there.
I'm not actually a fan.
This bitch. He tried to claim all of Ireland earlier. I walk in
I
this
did.
house and he instantly sits me down and he goes, so I get all the gingers.
Okay.
And Ireland's mine. I said, what did you mean you get all of them? He's like, that's it.
That's not how it started. You walked in, and the first thing you do is pull out your phone and go, look at this ginger I made out with last night. And am I allowed to say that?
Oh, yeah, I don't care.
Look at this ginger I made out
He's
with last
hot.
night. And I go, just so you know, in Ireland, I get all the gingers. Like, and he's like, oh, you get all of Ireland? So don't even come in here like I just randomly sat you down and was like, I get all the men. You started it.
I point out I get one,
Why not?
and then you have to point out you get a whole country.
No,
Bitch,
I just
no,
really
this is
am
unfair.
dreaming of these farmer boys. And like
Dreaming
the GAA.
of a ginger farmer.
like the time changes. I already feel like it's time for bed.
I really feel
Not saying
fucked
that,
up.
but like it's weird.
No,
it's
it's-
like
I felt-
1 hour is just crazy.
Like earlier, I was like, it's 2:50
It's the
already.
light, though. It's not just the hour.
2:50. Yeah, I'm like,
an hour is
2:50.
usually fine. It's the light situation that fucks you
because it's also extending on its own plus an hour.
right. Like it's bright right now, so I'm thinking it's earlier in the afternoon, but it's really later. Like I got to get used to that again. So here we are. I'm really talking a lot with my hands and doing this.
Ja.
Look at the weather. Look at the thing. Got that. Da.
Okay.
What else you got?
Well, I horrified Matt. So we were at dinner, and I just had a vulnerable moment.
Oh no! Did you cry?
No,
Oh,
I
fuck.
just told a little funny story, but I somehow saw he mentioned toothbrushes,
About
and I just was like, I shoved a toothbrush up my ass once,
oh my god, this is so funny. Can you throw this away?
and
This
he's
is actually
like,
so funny.
"Isn't it weird that we do that?"
No, I was just talking
Other
to
people
Michael
do
about
that.
this
What?
today.
Oh my god!
I said I've never
Same
been
wavelength.
one to get. I don't put things in my ass.
Right.
Some people do though, like
Yeah.
a toothbrush,
Well, yeah.
like the end of a toothbrush.
In the end, not the brush end. I had to clarify.
Well, yeah.
I was like, I wasn't trying
I need
to
to scrub out,
my anus.
It's like, oh, the insides. There's a little bristle.
it would be like
Ew,
ground
yeah.
beef raw.
I can't.
Nasty.
But it's really weird you say that because I want to know. These are the things that we need to get answered. I don't know how to answer them, but like, how many people shove shit up their assholes, even straight? It's like,
Oh, a lot.
and is it an instinctual primate kind of a thing?
Yeah, you've always seen the chimpanzees and the monkeys like
Because they
feeling
do-
with their butt.
Well, that's the first. The Denial of Death, another book that I read. That's fucking psychotic.
Someone's a reader.
When I say read, I mean you know what I mean.
Listen,
But basically, you're something about the butt. The baby discovers the butt, but then you're told that you're not supposed to touch the butt. I don't know why.
oh, it's dirty.
A poop.
Yeah,
I don't even know where that comes in and why that comes
maybe
in. Wait.
poop.
But
Like,
basically, maybe
yeah, that
some
could-
people are
that
ashamed.
seems like a good reason.
People are ashamed not to touch their butts.
Ashamed not to touch.
Let me tell you though,
Ashamed to touch.
to our straight listeners, straights, to our straight males and our females, actually, let me tell you what it feels like to come. Almost like feel like you're coming, but it's in your butthole. Does
Oh
that make
yeah,
sense?
it's weird. That is a true weird feeling.
It is like it's so good, but you're like waiting, and sometimes cum comes out like it doesn't, but like sometimes it's just something about it. You're just like, I don't know how to. Do you know what I'm talking about? That
No, it's like earth shattering.
Yeah, it's like
like
you're
it's
like,
shaky.
oh,
It's a little shaky.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's true. That little like Do you know what I'm talking about? That
Yeah.
feeling you get when you're taking a really big shit. It happens too.
Yeah.
Probably because the same reason, because your shit's rubbing your prostate.
Yeah, like there's a reason you're feeling this, bitch. It's not some magical force.
Do you know that I've actually milked myself before shitting?
Wow. Oh my God.
You know what? What the fuck? Oh my God, no.
One time, and I don't feel like it was that long ago, I was taking a shit and I was like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, that has happened before.
And it comes out of your penis.
I feel like
it's like cum comes out, but it's not the same consistency as cum. It's more.
It's just prostate fluid.
Yep. That happened to me. I got milked by my own shit. So semaglutide will really do it to you. I think it was for that reason. It was last week. It was yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday.
But I noticed that, like,
I'm just milking myself.
Isn't that weird though? Just like it's weird.
It's all gross. Actually, it feels really. Ugh.
I know. You know what feeling it is. I know the feeling. A roller coaster when you're losing your stomach. That
Yeah, when you're like,
But do you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, we're like,
Paul. That was like a New Jersey
First
man.
of all, can you imagine the hottest guy going, ooh, 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 when you fuck her, like something so terrible?
There are a couple.
You're
Like,
a
every once in a
seal.
while, you run into a video every once in a while
can't.
where it gets ruined because it's like, oh.
I know,
And
we've
you're like-
talked about this before, but like,
you gotta stop.
when I used to look with older guys on Craigslist,
they
and
all
would-
do
and
that.
they would go- I used to think, oh my God, he's going to have a heart attack here, and then I'm going to get caught for being gay. That's literally what I
That's
thought.
your first thought. You're like, I don't give a fuck about him. I'm not calling 911. I'm running away.
I'm running. But then my DNA's here. It's in his mouth. Like, what do I do?
He seems to have gotten orally raped after his death.
And I'm like, oh no. Oh, no.
I don't remember a thing, officer.
Oh my God. Can you imagine?
Okay, next topic.
Anyway,
I have another thing.
good. Perfect. You're really rolling us along here because I obviously, everything I say, you don't like.
What'd you say?
Huh?
You can do whatever you want. Speak, honey.
No, go ahead.
Speak your truth.
No.
Sing that Taylor
No, I
Swift
need
Lady
this-
Gaga
I need-
song.
Ugh. Sorry. I don't know if I'm going to lose my gay
yeah,
card.
we
I
need-
hate Lady Gaga.
You got to tune in for this because apparently
I'm not actually a fan.
Apparently it's a bunch of like Prince inspired things.
It's very It's very.
But then also the last 3 songs aren't good according to Michael.
Girl, it sounds like
So take
Taylor
his
Swift.
card as well. Take his card, his Lady Gaga card.
But all the gay.
little monster
Meanwhile, I
card.
got on TikTok and some guy was like, okay, do you
I
remember
know.
Chris Crocker?
Yes.
So it was this little guy who's like,
Leave Britney alone.
basically, but I was like, Lady Gaga is saving my life. And I'm like, oh my God. And this is where we're at.
This is so bad.
This is our lives. Like, no wonder they want to take away trans rights and
I
gay
know.
rights. Like,
It's
you fucking faggot. Shut up.
It's just a lie. Like,
Sorry.
you really need to re-examine your life if the release of an album is
If you're
that drastically
shaking,
affecting it.
if you're
Like,
literally
what are you
shaking,
talking about?
Crying and imagine.
You can be excited, but why are you crying like that?
Why are you crying to a camera?
It's saying it's saving your life. Saving your life. You were going to die if this didn't come out? What?
Probably.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, saved by an album? That's just not real. That can't be real.
The whole thing is not real. It's really embarrassing. And it's like, why do we pick up a camera and cry on it and then post it?
That's
Like,
another thing. You're like, I
imagine
feel it
that.
coming on. Okay. Oh my God.
This is the best album ever. And then you're going to post on your Instagram to get some sympathy because we're all what? Afraid of shame.
Public Shaming is the sponsor of the episode.
It is.
Thanks to Public Shaming.
Thank you. BetterHelp.
You
had another thing.
You need Bonnie Blue.
You need a bump of that.
Bonnie Blue. Bonnie Blue, who is the 1,000 man whore. Remember the girl who slept with 1,000 men in a row just recently?
I heard. Where did I hear this? Somebody was.
and then pretended she was pregnant, and then she wasn't.
Oh my
But
God,
like,
no.
it sounds amazing. But now she's doing a new thing. By the way, I think there's a video of that,
Of all 1,000. Oh yeah.
which there's got to be
Remember
some
I told you about the one I
probably
used
in
to
there.
watch.
What was that?
The Houston 500.
Oh yeah. Well, this is 1,000.
That pussy is so swollen and
I
so
can't imagine.
sore.
I can't imagine actually how she did that. Had to hurt.
She's probably like,
But right now she is looking for college students with the smallest dicks, and whoever wins, or whoever pleases her the best, I guess, with a small dick, will get his tuition paid for, his whole college tuition paid for.
That is the hottest.
I know. I'm like, so we're getting straight guys who are so confident about their small dick. Like, this is going to be amazing.
Oh,
And I
my
said
God.
straight.
Right, that's the key word.
But there might be like some bisexuals in there
And
too.
hopefully they just think they're little and they're not.
right.
Sometimes
that's-
like just average, really.
yeah, like I can't do if it's like a pimple.
Can we do like average? She said the smallest or average. Honey, I don't want.
I hope it's just a bunch of average, honestly.
Can you imagine if it's just a bunch of fucking micros though? Like, what are you gonna do to me? I guess eat
Right.
her out, and then you're gonna eat her out a pussy that had 100,000
Well, you have to like
in it.
perfectly rub your clit on their clit.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you get training from one of your lesbian friends. Back to you.
I just can't wait to see this. Like, I want to watch that.
What?
Her finding them and like the
Oh.
auditions and like what's going on.
First of all, how do we get on the team to help her screen these people? Because I want to do like
Right.
we need to
Oh.
do a check first.
you're a little too small. We need a bigger. Bring in the bigger.
Who's over 6 inches? Let's talk there. Let's start there. Even 5.5, actually. Who's over 5?
And she's just like, you guys think you're the smallest? Yeah.
Oh my God. We'll handle the ones that are too big for her. Because honestly, I don't
Yeah,
want it too big
honestly.
for me. So if you're too big for her, you're not enough for me.
Oh my God, you're such a, so you are a big old bottom.
I'm not.
You really are though.
I
like
am
in
in
PV you were.
Well, in my,
Call them out.
I go in phases. I do.
You really do.
I love the feeling
Oh.
of being a hoe. You want to talk about something that makes you feel right when it's so wrong?
I
love being a slut.
I do too. That's
It's
the
so
problem.
fun to me.
When you really feel you're like, oh my God,
like,
what
I'm
am
a
I
slut.
doing? Like, what
Like,
am I
I'm a
doing?
slut.
Like the
Imagining you're a slut.
AWOL dance floor interaction. I was
Sluttery.
like, oh, I am such a slut.
Yeah, like, but it's like also like makes you come better because then
Yes,
also
it
you're
does.
like,
It was
it's
so much
hot.
better.
Like,
It was so much better.
like I know I'm in trouble right now, but I'm
Yeah.
about to come so much on this dance
I'm
floor.
like looking around like, oh,
Like
fuck.
that's why I get turned on. Like when I'm
Yes. When what?
when I get nasty on the dance floor myself and start grabbing my
yeah,
shit.
it's like,
I'm so weird. So anyway, somebody come touch my dick.
oh my God. I have something controversial.
I love it.
And this is not targeting anyone, but
Oh, fuck.
just recent stories I've seen posted have kind of triggered this in me, maybe.
Oh, no.
I really don't have a desire to go to Brazil.
Okay, I'm fully on board.
Okay.
Well, now
it's just like the stories that I read and like the favela issues and
a lot of violence,
a lot. I'm like, I've heard that it's like very high crime, petty crime.
Yeah.
Where you're getting like robbed. Just
I don't
not like killed. You're not threatened, but like they want your wallet.
I don't
you're
like
like,
feeling
okay.
that way. I don't like walking through places that way.
Yeah.
I want to walk somewhere. And even though it's kind of funny because I act like these countries are the only place it happens and you can go walk up the street.
It can happen
and
here.
So it's like,
but you can actually get shot here.
but maybe the thing, actually it
It's
just
like,
ends you.
never mind.
So everyone goes on walks here.
Maybe we were going to go to Brazil. You know what? Pack your
Fuck
bags.
it. We're going to Brazil. Any
I just-
Brazilians, call us.
Yeah, literally.
Like, no, don't. Not saying we wouldn't go to Brazil, but it's not on the agenda anytime soon.
And like, yeah, it's just not.
There's some countries that I'm like,
I'm sorry. Also, the weather though. Like, I think I would die. The
Plus the,
heat
like,
and the
snakes.
humidity and the
like
the animals.
animalias.
And I want to go see that, but like in
I
a
don't.
bubble.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to be near it. I don't really care. I don't want to go anywhere that's like,
I know.
honestly, I don't want to go anywhere that's too hot.
That's my thing.
So like, I'm not going to the
That's
Middle
what-
East.
No.
Also, those places usually hate gays for some reason, the hot places. So actually, that is actually something. The warmer the place, the more homophobia. And that's the bottom line.
Oh my God!
Tell me I'm wrong.
It's just the colonized places that
Just
had
everywhere.
It's the colonized places, yeah, that got homophobia brought to them. Where before Christianity came and enforced these rules, the British, there was not this obsession with homophobia, and
Or
and in
trans.
Islam, it's not necessarily wrong to be gay
No, but
because it's like a private matter
it should
between
be.
you and Allah.
Allah.
And they taught there is in the Quran like he made all types and blah blah blah.
How do you say you have a relationship
This
with,
is
like,
a later development.
Like if I can go, I have a relationship with God and I talked to
Yeah.
him and he said being homosexual was good. How are you going to tell me that it's not true?
Right, exactly.
Because
yeah.
you're reading a book that these people said they saw
Yeah.
an angel, the angel of
I know. It's like
girl.
what?
Like Do you know what I
Right.
mean?
No, that's
I could literally say right now.
when they're like, that's my religion and I have religious rights. I'm like, well, I can also just make up anything I want right now too. And it could be my religion, but you won't let it be because then the Supreme Court will be like, no, that's not a real religion.
But we need to bring God
which
back
they
into
do.
the schools.
Because like one of the things was this cannabis church out. This is like a little bit earlier, but there was a church that like had cannabis be a ritual.
Okay.
Which it can be ritualistic.
Trust me, I can go right into a little.
Right, exactly.
What is
So
it called?
imagine if you're like in a meditative mood or something like that.
Actually,
So that's what that was, a church. It was a collection, and you know, maybe they started out and it wasn't really good. You know, like we're really going to be a religion, and who knows how much they believe. But you don't even know that about people who believe other religions.
Right.
But anyways, I think the Supreme Court was like, no, you can't use cannabis because it's still illegal, even though you're not really a religion.
So-
They're like, you're not really a religion with religious rights.
I hate that. It's really just Christianity. Let's just face it.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
It's really fucked up. It's really like, again, back to my book. Like, it's just weird.
Here you
It's just
go.
Weird. No, it's just weird how we've all been manipulated. Like,
Yeah.
it is so sad.
Yeah.
Sundries.
Sundries.
This is where I saved mine for.
Okay, good, because I don't have anything else. Let me think of one.
Now,
No.
this is going to be really disheartening for some people. And I don't mean this all the time.
Oh, no, I'm getting nervous.
Going out is cringe to me now. Isn't the quote, doing the same thing, expecting a different result is the definition of insanity? So,
Are you talking about people who are like clearly going out trying to find
Yes.
someone and like they're 33 and it's
But-
like you have done this every other weekend?
if you really
Does it
think-
work?
Here's the thing. When I'm really breaking it down, I'm thinking to myself, so I'm going to go.
I gotta go out.
I'm going to go out. I'm going to go stand around for 6 hours talking
Literally.
about nothing. I'm going to spend $100. I'm going to
At least.
and I'm going to have
6 hours at least.
3,000 calories by the time the night's
oh
over.
my God. That's what I thought last night. I
and
had
then-
like 5, 6 drinks. Yeah.
And then I'm going to be sick
Right.
the next day.
Yep.
All for what? To socialize? So
Yeah.
it really is cringe to me lately. It kind of is making me feel really uncomfortable. Now,
Like
here's
we
the
should
thing.
just sit at home and have a glass of wine slowly.
I
like,
honestly think that this is
like something, or no wine and
this was
just
triggered.
a seltzer.
This is why I like the pandemic.
Right.
I really
You did like that because like there was no expectation of going out.
so you could just
You would just be like you would have your pod of like 2 or 3 people where you're
Yeah.
like, okay, we can hang out because we were worried
But it
about
wasn't-
spreading. You remember?
Yeah,
like,
it wasn't always about though. Like
We would
meet
just
me at this
hang
bar.
out
I
on the
get it
couch
being
watching a
social's
show.
fun, but like I'm just tired of the
but
whole.
can you
like-
really be social with how many people at once? And
right?
like
well, honestly, that's
if there's like you're not really having real conversations necessarily when you have 4 or 5 people in a circle talking about something. It's
Right.
not the one-on-one where you're like learning about another person. I mean, it's like you're just joking
Sure.
about something with, oh yeah, and you did, oh yeah, one time I did.
yeah,
It's different
And
types
I don't
of
know if-
socializing. Like, why don't really need that stuff?
yeah, and that's
I'd rather hang out with one person, maybe 2.
I don't know. It's hard to
and just-
explain because I'm not. I do it, so it's
Yeah.
really hard to explain because it's like
It's just not your preferred type at all.
yeah, it really isn't.
It's not
It's
mine.
just not. I just don't.
Like when I
understand why
think of
we're
having to go to a
spending-
banquet or like a big thing like that, and you have to like talk to all those people, I just don't do
can't.
it. Actually, I did that like last week. I was supposed to hang out with a cute guy from work, and I was just like, "This is my sundry. You have to respect yourself."
Okay.
Because I was gonna go hang out with him. I had just woken up from working the night before, and I was like, "Okay, I'm getting ready." I even like shaved, trimmed. I was
Your
like
pussy?
getting ready. No, up here.
Oh.
I don't do anything down there.
At all?
No, I'm kidding. I just want to see your reaction.
No, you might
At
not. Though.
all?
That's a thing now. Like
What? Oh no.
full bush,
No, I'm not full. I
like where
trim.
it grows on the side. Like
Yeah, no, we can't be doing that. Like, why would we be doing? Have you ever had a hair randomly get in your mouth when you're trying to blow?
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
good.
Yep.
You don't like the feeling.
And it
You
doesn't
instantly,
taste-
you're
it
like,
doesn't smell
oh.
good, nothing's
So I'm
good.
not giving hair to other people like that. Like that's fucked up.
hair just holds scent.
And
Okay.
don't do it. But respect yourself. So I was like a little bit tired. So I literally showered after getting all ready. We went on a walk with Penny, and then came home, and I was like, I'm tired. And I just literally texted him and was like, suddenly a wave of fatigue hit me. I can't come out. I'm so sorry. I promise next time I'm gonna,
Yeah.
And he was like, and then, but it was like cute. He was like, fine with it. He was like, oh, I get it. Because I'd also just come back from Spain. So I had like, and it was only like 3 nights later. So it was like, I was still shifting back to our time zone.
That's the problem.
And then I had worked the night before. So I was tired. So I literally like just told him the truth. And I just like changed and sat on the couch.
How did that feel?
Felt great.
I know.
Yeah, because it felt great.
Because you're not.
You just have to respect yourself and realize
Respect yourself.
You're tired. You are tired. So be
You're
tired.
allowed to be tired.
I suddenly felt, I was like, I'd rather just be on the couch. And so I stayed on the couch.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, I'd rather
Especially
just be
at our
on the
age.
couch. I know.
That's the other problem I'm running into.
Yeah, like when I'm.
That's why it's cringe
the shifts
too.
are getting harder. Like I don't remember Portugal being this hard like 2 years ago or a year and a half ago. But coming back, I was like, oh, I'm tired now.
Yeah,
Like, I'm on Spain time.
I'm really concerned
Because at like 6 p.m. here, it's midnight there. So I was like, it's late.
Oh God, you're gonna do it again and again.
I'm doing it again next week.
Right, your body's like done.
Could be. Or I could be inventing a new body, a new way of being.
Body, yaddy, yaddy, yaddy. Oh, you could.
Yeah.
Or
I'm bicontinental or something like that. Not
He's
just I'm not just bi. Yes,
I'm transcontinental.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's what these nails are for.
Transcontinental. So anyway, yeah.
Good episode.
Yeah, I guess. I don't even know what we talked about.
No, neither do I.
Literally, if I was supposed to be like, hi, this week we talked about, all I would know to say.
Backwards back shots.
Oh, volleyball girls. Yeah. The volleyball girl gets the award for me today. Like,
Yeah.
you really stood at a presidential speech because you got hit by a transgender person.
That's why it's like, that's your claim to fame. Are you fucking kidding me?
But meanwhile, you literally.
We got to ban all 10 of those trans athletes from the 550,000 NCAA athletes.
I don't ever want to see any intramural sports with any fucking co-ed anything anymore. You can't even play tug of war together. Okay? Or you might get hurt.
Oh my God. That is what they want to do.
Think about that though.
That's what, we used to, it didn't matter.
Right.
It was just normal.
It's almost like they're trying to like get us back into
and like, you know what?
More of a.
The girls kind of realized when they were a little bit weaker when they were younger and it was fine.
Right. But also.
You just started to respect it more. And the guys would be like, okay, I'm not going to shove them as hard because I know they're not as strong necessarily.
Sure.
And why was that bad?
I know.
It just naturally adapted safely that we don't have to segregate.
Right. We don't have to.
We can learn. We can be different. You're going to sit
here and talk shit about this trans person, but honestly to God, like you could have got hit by a guy playing. You could have been playing fucking dodgeball. Is that the name? I don't fucking know. We used to call all kinds of weird. Buffalo Bill and Betty. We played. Yeah, put that in your pipe.
Buffalo Bill and Betty.
Buffalo Bill and Betty. You could get.
What is that?
It's like dodgeball, but you can get them out of jail.
Oh, so when you get hit, you go to jail, not out. And then if like you throw the ball to your person and they catch it, they can come out. Maybe
Buffalo Bill and Betty.
You have to get a ball and toss it to someone in jail, maybe
or something. Yeah, there's. Something
I don't remember.
Weird. You catch the ball.
So you get one of theirs out, and then you get someone from your jail out.
No, yeah, because in dodgeball, if you catch the ball, does somebody come in?
Oh, you can add that rule. Yeah, I've seen that.
So that's Buffalo Bill and Betty.
Okay,
I think
you can bring people back in.
So that when you catch it, somebody
I like
come in.
that.
Yeah,
you don't get, and you get the other person out.
Yes, you can pick somebody out.
So
and then that person's out. Yeah.
Okay, I like that version. So
I
like Buffalo Bill and Betty.
Buffalo Bill and Betty. So be a Buffalo Bill or a Betty this week.
Buffalo Bill and Betty. Is it 3 people or just 2?
I think it's just 2, but
like
really
Buffalo could be a name.
Buffalo
Bill and Betty.
But I was Buffalo Bill and Betty. I don't know. Actually, sounds like a bed and breakfast.
Bill and Betty.
Bill and
I'm
Betty.
staying at the Bill and Betty tonight.
Buffalo Bill and Betty's. Lodge and
you get in the taxi, Buffalo Bill and Betty's.
Actually, I feel like it's a really good idea. Like I feel like we need to actually make a bar name called Buffalo Bill and Betty's.
Oh, I like that idea.
It can be queer. Or whatever. I don't like that word.
Queer.
You know that.
I know.
I was really
That's
trying
why
hard.
I've never heard you say it, so I was like,
I was trying really hard.
You could be queer.
Like, it could be, remember at the beginning of the story, I was like,
queer. Yeah, you're
queer. I just don't like saying it. I don't like it.
You hate that word.
Smear the queer.
I know.
Smear the queer.
Maybe that's your own personal shame that you need to get rid of.
I'm not going to be the queer.
You're like sitting there like, I don't like that word.
I'm the fucking queer.
I'm not a queer. They're smearing me.
Today, I'd be like, let's play Smear the Queer.
You're like, smear me.
Honestly.
Smear me with your milked prostate milk.
Smell What was that? I can't remember the replay of that. Okay.
Smear me.
Call us if you want us to have a phone line 614-721.
Save the phone line, 614-721-5336.
Save us.
Save that phone line for us because we have to pay if we open another one.
Yeah, we cannot pay.
614-721-5336.
It's your last chance to talk to us.
Please.
So, if
Please
not,
call.
I really don't care.
And if you hate us, we hate you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
That was a good ending. I just felt like I had to end on that little quote. That was a good quote.